Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the General Collective weekly reading. You guys know this isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. I am starting out with some charms today, and then I have the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck that we're going to start out with. And we'll fill out a tarot deck as we go through the reading. As I am recording this, it is June 8th. We have Sun in Gemini, Moon in Scorpio. Mercury is going to be moving into Cancer by the end of the day, and also Jupiter will be moving into Cancer tomorrow on the 9th. So yeah, we're gonna jump right on in. Like I said, I'm starting out with the charms. I do want to say, like, something may be coming together, because right before I started recording, I was, getting myself together, and I went to go grab my rings, and like I wear them on two different fingers, but I don't even know if I had started the video before I switched them or not, but I had put both rings on the same finger. And that made me feel like there's either, like, it feels like something is coming together, whether that's, just, it doesn't have to be like two people, but it feels like it could just be, like a situation or things, something is, feels like it's coming together. So, take that if that resonates with you. But like I said, we're going to jump right on in and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection needs to come through for the collective as it pertains to the energy this week. We will also have the full moon. I believe it's going to be on the 11th this week, with it being in Sagittarius. So I would pay attention to your Sagittarius houses this week. I would pay attention to your Cancer houses. As well. At least that's what I'm feeling right now. Wherever you have those energies in your chart, I would definitely, take a look. So let's see. I'm hearing the number 3. Number 3. That's making me think of like trine energy. So, and I'll get 3 chimes. All right, let's see what we have here. So we have out here, sorry about that, I had to pause it. We have a rose. We have an actual angel. And on the back of it, this is the first charm I've seen that actually had something written on it. And it says, made for an angel. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then we have the sun. I like this. I like it a lot. So this makes me feel like oh my God, what's that TV show? I may have watched it like years ago when it first came out, The Bachelor. where don't they give roses like to whoever, you know, like he picks? That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like for some of you there's a masculine energy, whether male or female doesn't matter, but energetically speaking, there's a masculine energy that has like, I don't know, could be given or choosing. They're saying choosing, making a choice. I feel like for some of you, you could be this rose and they see you as just like, you know, because it's a single rose, right? So if you're a feminine energy, you could be single. But I feel like this energy is, they've decided on you. And it's almost like with the angel here, I'm feeling like the star energy. Like it almost feels like you were made for this person or they were made for you. And if it doesn't have anything to do with, you know, a person, whatever situation or circumstance you may find yourself in this week, it feels like it was like almost tailor made for you. And then with the sun here, it almost makes me feel like, yeah, like it's like giving me the energy of clarity. Like something has become very clear, either to you or to someone in regards to you. Like it's clear, it's undeniable, and it's like I almost feel like it's right in their face for whoever's having this clarity. I'm almost getting the energy of temperance off of this angel, which is, you know, Sagittarius energy. So for some of you, this could happen, you know, or the moon in Sag may be specific for you, but it's almost like, yeah. And now I'm hearing the words, I choose you. I choose you. Because it almost feels like a gesture is being made to like a feminine energy that someone sees or could, you know, perceive as like a blessing. Let's get one more. Let me get one more, Spirit. And what is this? This is an avocado. Which is actually like, it's not a vegetable, it's actually a fruit. But it makes me feel like very like unique and different. Where was I? What did I see? I seen something recently that was, you know, I don't know if it was a question or a phrase, and was like, I think it said this fruit is popular among like millennials. So you could be a millennial. Both energies, the masculine and the feminine. But it said what fruit was popular among millennials, and you know, I guess it was like what people don't like. It was something I seen, but avocado was the answer. But and like I'm hearing just ripe, not just right, but just ripe. So yeah, I feel like, you know, for some of you, someone is seeing you as like just right, like like the perfect avocado. This is funny. Um, but let's see what's going on. What messages do we need for the collective as it pertains to this energy and spread? And I'm hearing the perfect time for picking. So I don't know, some of you could be like gardening or like, harvesting your, crop or your crops if you're, if what you plant is actual food. But it's right for picking. Or, this may be, like I said, I felt the energy of something coming together. This could be like, the time. It's like, because it's, now I'm hearing a timing. Yeah, the timing is right. Like, it's perfect. Like, because if you leave it too long, it can start to go bad. I don't know, like an overripe avocado to me is like, is done. Like it's too soft. Like right now it's at like, I love my guys. They're saying peak conditions. Like, yeah. Let's see what's going on. Can I get one more, Spirit? Alright, so bottom of the deck we have, look at this. We have the Two of Cups, which says spiritual union. Like I'm telling you, I feel that energy of coming together. And I'm hearing it's love, it's love. Then we have the Three of Swords. Ooh. Then we have moving on. With the base chakra, which is the root chakra. And this makes me feel like, for some of you, especially with the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords, there's another Three of Swords at play. So for some of you, this could be a connection where you've been experiencing a separation, where I feel like someone, could have, whether this was you or the other energy, could have, decided to move on and, like, because I'm hearing get yourself together. Like, I heard that very strongly. Like, someone decided, possibly to go in a different direction. But with the root chakra, that deals with, our foundations, how we situate ourselves, how we, gain and, maintain, stability. But with the Five of Swords here, which says conflict and defeat, I almost feel like there's some truth that was either avoided, because from the 3 to the 5 is the Two of Swords, but then from the 6 to the 5 is the Ace of Swords. There was some type of truth that was avoided. After the Five of Swords, we have temptation here, which is the devil. It's almost like someone, whoever decided to walk away from the connection, it's almost like they fell for this energy. I almost feel like the energy of being tricked. Because the Five of Swords is an energy of like, to me, it's like mental confusion. It could also be a card of, how can I say this? Like, mind games. But I feel like someone was tricked with this energy by whatever temptation they decided to go towards. And if that's the case for some of you, it almost feels like this person, it doesn't, like, I don't know, it's almost like I'm feeling both energies at the same time. So it's hard to like separate the two, which, that feels like, I don't know if it's you and this person. It's hard to, like, it's hard for you, not you, I don't know, it may be hard for you or hard for them to be apart from you. Like, and I don't want this to come off as like a cliche reading, but it feels like two energies that were meant to be together. There was some sort of separation. But it almost feels like with the Six of Swords, if that was the case, like the masculine energy is like wanting to, because I'm feeling like the energy of home with the root chakra is wanting to come like back home. Because they're realizing like I just feel the energy of like being tricked. And it's almost like with the Nine of Wands, like there was like some type of, it says spiritual strength here, but it's almost like they had to like face this devil and see almost like the deception behind it before they could, come forward. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which says prosperity begins. And it's almost like with the crown chakra and the Three of Pentacles, it's almost like someone is seeing, well, it always feels like the Three of Pentacles, but the Three of Wands, they're realizing like who they should have aligned with, or be like realizing like maybe they were moving off of some type of expectation, because that's what the Three of Wands is. It's a card of expectation. But now it feels, like even with the Hierophant and Hope, which is the Star card in this deck, and Wisdom is the Hierophant, it's almost like, someone has become enlightened to something, or you. And it almost feels like if this is how another person is seeing you as a feminine energy, like, it's like, I don't know, they hope they can return. Because I almost feel like with the Eight of Cups, there's a sense of regret from walking away from an Empress energy. And even an energy of holding back with the Four of Pentacles here. Like lacking, like I feel like someone was lacking some type of stability that caused them to go in another direction. But whatever they were seeking, like it turned out like, I don't know, it could even be like their own mind played tricks on them, and they could have tricked themselves to go for this devil energy. But I don't know, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, but someone's eye is open. We have the third eye chakra coming out. With the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Yeah, someone is like, I don't know if someone could be having a vision. Into like what I almost feel like with Justice here, it almost feels like what needs to be balanced out. And then we have the Sun out here with light and the Wheel of Fortune, which is destiny in this deck. Yeah, it's like someone is seeing like I don't know how to say this. Because, I mean, yeah, it could be like from a higher perspective or a more, like, I almost feel like someone is like seeing the bigger picture. That's what it makes me feel like. Can I get another one, please, Spirit? Yep, we have the world, which is the universe in this deck. And that speaks to, you know, like cycles closing, a completion. Too many. Can I get one more? We have the Three of Swords. So that makes me feel like with the Two of Wands at the bottom, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, I feel it both ways. But it says movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah, this could be someone realizing like they're done like being in a cycle of like heartbreak and loss and disappointments and just like, no, I'm deciding to, you know, almost follow or go with or where or with who my heart is set on. They're choosing their heart or choosing to move from that space. Then we have the Tower. Yep. And the Ace of Cups. Because whatever situation they were in or whatever situation they were deciding to go for, or go towards or actually went to, it was very uncomfortable. With the Tower here, there were restrictions and limitations, which is like the devil and Saturn energy. So it's almost like whoever was sitting in this energy was just like, things were not getting better at all. And it's almost like, well, they're not going to get better until I allow like almost what's in my heart to come out, to be seen, to let it flow. With the Ace of Cups here, they've been resisting and trying to like hold on, I guess, but it's almost like they can't anymore. Nope. It's almost like for some of them they're being called, or, you know, spirit is urging them to, like, I almost want to say, get on solid ground. With the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. Because I almost feel like this victory and success is a calling. Like, literally, for some of you, you may be getting a call, and someone could be telling you, like, yo, like, I feel like saying, like, I'm outside. Like, I feel like they're not even telling you they're coming. I just feel like it's outside. Like, they're outside. I'm going to get one more. But someone's ending a cycle or realizing that they need to end the cycle of like this Three of Swords. And this Three of Swords doesn't have to be recent. It could be old pain. At least that's how I feel it, you know, as a reader. Like, it's something that, you know, it almost feels like they've been carrying for a while. We have the Seven of Wands, which says stand your ground. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm hearing like no more, no more. No more of this Three of Swords. I feel that, yeah. See, and then we have the Eight of Wands, which is communication. Like, whoever's in this energy, they can't take this feeling of, I don't know if it's the loss of you, the loss of the connection, the loss of, or, you know, just, it's almost feel like someone was just living a life of just pain. And they're not standing for it anymore. Yep. So we got the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Temperance, and the Nine of Cups. It's almost like this person is almost like, I'm almost hearing like they should have been more patient. They should have been more patient. And, and allowing themselves to cultivate this Nine of Cups, which is, a wish fulfillment type of energy. But it's almost like we see how she's looking up at that star. I feel like this person is looking up at a feminine energy like, yeah, I need to get there or go there or reach out or communicate or something. Because the fire is burning. Between the 7 and the 8 is the ace. And between the 7 and the 3 is the 4, which is, stability. It's a solid foundation. It's home. It's a home frequency. Pardon the music, y'all. Like, everybody want to come out and do stuff as soon as I start doing my readings, but we're not gonna let that distract us. Oh, I didn't even mean to put those back. See? Yeah, I feel like this person could be being distracted. Like, that just made me feel like, because I was just like, because I'm so mad. Like, I literally was like, let me do this now. Like, it was quiet. There was no traffic. There was nothing. And as soon as I just started doing this reading, it's like everybody decided to get the fuck up. Like, I'm like, but whatever. Because, like, that just made me feel like packing up my stuff and going. But I'm not going to do that. Some of them probably doesn't want this message to come out, but it is what it is. Like, I don't know. But let's see, what tarot deck do I want? We're gonna go with the Life is Like a Board Game. Look, and I just noticed the Ace of Wands at the bottom of this deck. So let's see what's going on. Ooh, we have Masculine Fire, the King of Wands. What's going on, sir? Look, the Four of Wands. What messages do we need for the collective? Look. I cannot make this shit up, yo. I can't, man. What messages do we need for the collective as it pertains to, yeah, someone is wanting to get out of somewhere very quickly, very fast. Let's see what's going on. What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this week. Last one. They're drawing me back to the bottom of this deck because I'm feeling like the energy of regret and I was feeling that when I seen this card, although I didn't pull it off. It was at the bottom after the Nine of Cups. And, it's the Three of Pentacles, which, is an energy of collaborating. It's an energy of teamwork. But in this deck, like the way he's holding his head down is like, I feel ashamed. Like someone feels ashamed for, maybe who they were working or collaborating with. But it was based off of like, especially with the sacral chakra, like, I don't know, lust, desires. Confusion with the Seven of Cups. It's almost like maybe they thought they were going to get some type of recognition or reward, or, something for, making a choice from this space. But it's almost like they're clear now, is what I'm hearing. They're clear now. Yeah. To choose to, go in a new direction, the new beginnings, and intuition. Because again, here we have the Five of Cups. It says emotional loss. And that's still that energy of regret of, it's also an energy of shame over, the past. With the Six of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups, which says, damn, this place sucks. Which is just reiterating the energy I've already talked about. We have the Five of Pentacles up under that, which is an energy of feeling left out in the cold, abandoned, lacking some type of, whether it's almost like lacking like stability is the only way that I can see it. With it being next to this Five of Cups, like they're not, whoever this person is, like they're not good emotionally and or physically, spiritually. Then we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this person could struggle to express themselves emotionally, so it's almost like with these two knights, they hesitate. They procrastinate when it comes to, being vulnerable. Then we have the Two of Wands. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Which that makes me feel like, yeah, this person is deciding like they need or they want or they're ready for something more reciprocal. Something that is, they're saying even keeled. I don't even know what that means. I've heard it, but I don't know. Let's see. But it just feels like something more realistically and practically balanced for them. Yeah, even keeled means being calm, steady, and balanced without sudden changes in mood or behavior. It often describes a person who remains composed under pressure or a situation that is stable and well managed. Yeah, like I feel like this is what a masculine energy is trying to like almost get a hold of. So it's almost like they're putting an end to the like being indecisive with the Two of Pentacles. And they're choosing, look, the Two of Cups. And then here's the Emperor. Wow. So can I get one for this rose? Why is the rose here? So we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, which is normally looked at as like a message. And then we have Justice on the bottom. It's normally a card of good news. So if you're a feminine energy, I feel like you could be on the receiving end because, like I said, someone is realizing or seeing you as this rose energy. With Justice and the Nine of Wands, it's almost like, yeah, I feel like this person is dropping their defenses and, you know, doing what's right with the Justice card. Can I get one for this angel, please? Why is the angel here? Yep. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, like I said, someone is realizing that you were made for them. And also realizing like it's time for change, which is why the world is here. They're ending, whether it's whatever cycle it is, a way of being, even a way of thinking, with the King of Swords being here. With the Death card. Then we have the King of Pentacles and the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like this person is ready to show up now. I'm hearing take their rightful position. Can I get one for the Sun, please? The Sun. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, the Knight of Swords. So this makes me feel like there's some type of, you know, intentional action and or communication that's coming, because like I said, I felt earlier on in the reading, like this person, they can't, they're deciding to get rid of this Three of Swords. And it almost feels like they're impulsively, you know, deciding to communicate. And they may even say, yo, I feel like someone is saying, like, I've been fucked up since we, like, haven't been together, or, you know, however it goes. This could be you. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, which is someone seeing a new perspective. And reflecting. For some of them, they're even reflecting on like past things they could have said. You know, out of anger, out of impulse, out of, I don't know. Because they were hurt or coming from a hurt place. But then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, and it's like this person is saying like it's time now. Because it's almost like they want to move out of this like uncertainty. And yeah, they need to get away from this energy. Something shady way with the Seven of Swords and the Devil, like, Because this is what they've been in. The Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and like in all of this energy, and still feeling like, yeah, because then look at this, from the 7 to the 5 is the 2. Maybe they felt that they had options, but those options were like an illusion. Because I feel like someone is trying to come back after making a choice. Because it's not what they thought it was going to be, wanted it to be. Like, it's not that. It was actually like Like, I'm hearing the words hell. It was hell for this person. Or it's been hell. They just corrected me. It's been hell. Can I get one for this avocado? We have the King of Wands coming out, the masculine energy. Yeah, so I feel like this masculine energy is deciding to, like, especially coming up as the King of Swords and the King of Wands, they're ready to, like, have their words match their actions. Can I get one for the Page of Wands and this Rose? Yep, the Three of Pentacles. So this person is coming to collaborate with you. We have the Six of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, because they have to get out of, yeah, there's a separation, or it's been a struggle without, like, the love and support of a feminine energy for someone. Someone could have been facing, like, a lot of conflict, or they're seeing with the sun here that, like, almost being away from you or you being away from them is it's been too much. Let's see. Like, there's no love or care where this person is at. Or you? Can I get another one to go with this Page of Wands and the road? I said the road. Oh my God, the rose. They could literally, they might be on the road already. I don't know. The Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Too many. Yeah. The Tower. Some of you could be getting news that, you know, possibly whoever this person they were collaborating with, like, it went south really fast. Like, like the situation blew up. But also what I'm getting for some of you is, like, this Tower is enlightening this person with the Hermit. It's almost like prompting them to come forth and communicate, or actually physically come towards you. But it could also be a realization, like they're realizing how, or what was the cause that caused this connection to break down. And it could have even been like a lack of communication. Especially with the Knight of Pentacles here. Can I get one for this Angel and the King of Swords? Yeah. Move these over. Let's give me some more space. So yeah, this is like the energy of this person, like, yeah, deciding, like, because normally a King of Swords, like, he has the capacity to communicate, but he doesn't like to. He's often very quiet. Like I said, someone's getting the clarity, like, communication was the issue, and you guys' like connection or whatever the dynamic was, and realizing that, like, that's the cycle that they need to close. They need to, like, start communicating honestly. Can I get another one? For the King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Yep, the Hermit. So it's almost like this person had to, like, it's either like they, I'm not going to say they had to, but it's almost like they took a time out and they're being enlightened to this. Like, yeah, that was the problem. That's what created the burden, the Ten of Wands. Yep. That's what created the confusion, the it's almost like the disloyalty, the manipulation, or caused them to sabotage this. Yep. Or run away from it is what it is that they wanted. Can I get one for this Knight of Swords? And I'm also getting, like, for some of you, they could have stopped communication, like, very abruptly with you, or you them. And it's almost like they wish they would have never did that. But they're seeing their actions, because that's what the sun is. The sun is, you know, our actions. They're seeing their actions as like being this Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like this person was very snippy with the Empress. But now it's like they want to come rushing back towards this Empress. I cannot make this shit up. I can't, bro. Can I get another one, please? That was the Sun card that tried to flip over again. Too many, Spirit. Give me less cards, please. The Knight of Swords and the Empress. That is too many, Spirit. We'll see him though, yeah. So we have the Emperor, the Hangman, and the Temperance card. All majors right here, right now. And this is, like I said, this masculine energy could be reflecting as the Hangman. You know, the Hangman is an energy of surrendering. But it's also like a spiritual timeout as well. To, you know, look at things, or, you know, try to see things from a different perspective. And like I said, they're seeing that with the Temperance card. Like, this was like, that's why the feminine energy showed up as this angel, or at least I'm feeling it as feminine energy, because with Temperance, like, this was a godsend, but it's almost like they didn't see it that way. They didn't see it as this was someone who was like, especially with Temperance, I'm getting like the yin to their yang, someone that would, you know, keep them grounded and solid. And it would be this Six of Pentacles, reciprocal, both spiritually and, you know, physically. Can I get another one for the Knight of Swords and the Empress, please? And I keep hearing two times. And I get another one for the Knight of Swords and the Empress. Less cards, please, sir. The Hierophant. Look at this, yo. Queen of Wands at the bottom. And that's just making me feel like commitment. Like this was the Empress is the type of energy that you commit to. And this feminine energy was everything that this masculine could want, showing up as the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands with the Nine of Cups. It's what you look for, and they're wanting me to say partner. Yeah, this was. It makes me feel like saying supposed to be like a partnership. Can I get one for the King of Wands? The Two of Pentacles. But it's like this person was just either they were ungrounded with the Two of Pentacles or not sure of, what they wanted with the 2 to the 10. But it almost made me feel like they just didn't want to like do the work. Because from the 2 to the 10 is the 8. But that's it. You have to do your part if things are going to be the 6 of Pentacles. If things are going to be reciprocal and an even exchange. Can I get another one? Some of you, this is you coming out as like, you know what? If you're the feminine energy, if you're on the other side of this, you stood your ground against a masculine energy that was just unsure. And they say it paid off. It paid off. Look. Yeah, and like I'm saying, with the 8 of Pentacles, that's funny that it came out. They didn't want to work. They didn't want to put in the work. But it's, in the past with the 6 of Cups here. And it almost feels like the energy, if this is the feminine energy, like that's using their masculine energy, it's almost like, okay, well, if you're unsure, well, you can watch me then. Like, can I get one more? Double confirmation. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. It's almost like you, if you're the feminine energy, you weren't confused. You seen the truth, and that's where you put your focus at, on the truth. So it cut out the illusion for you, the confusion for you. You weren't confused. You decided to keep going. And whatever was supposed to, like, you put an end to this and headed towards what it was that was going to make you happy. The 10 of Cups. And if this is like how the masculine is, like, it's almost like now they're ready to, again, I felt the energy of showing up, because they're realizing like, nah, it takes work. You can't expect you can't give minimal effort and expect maximum results. Because that's what I feel like this person was doing. And being like indecisive, not fully in. Nah, you gotta be 10 toes down in some shit. Be like, because I'm hearing be all in or get all out. Like, that's what it is. Like, because I know, like, some people be like, the saying, like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm not a person that believes that. I don't believe in that. And that, that's just me, because, like, as long as there's chickens, I can get more eggs. But if whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, a job, a friendship, I'm gonna Why would I show up half-assed? That kind of opens the door for people to be half-assed with me. Like, but why would I do that to myself? That's kind of like, in a way, shortchanging myself. Like, nah, I'm not gonna show up and give the minimal effort. Like, then it's no point for me to do it. Why show up at all? And that's what I feel like. I don't even know how that just happened. Like, maybe it was my nails. I don't know. But yeah, like, no, I just that's just my perception of that. Like, I don't believe in that at all. Can I get one for this angel by itself, please? Can I get one for this angel energy? So many. Can I get less card? The angel. I've seen this card too. So we have the Three of Wands coming out. Which it makes me feel like this person is making plans, yeah. Or like, it's almost like, because I'm hearing I see you in my future. We have the Ace of Wands. It's like, I want you there, yeah, look. With the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Five of Cups and the World, yeah. Someone is like in heavy regret over, this cycle, this. It almost feels like the door closing. It's almost giving me like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, like, because this was what it was. The Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, that's a long lasting, that's legacy. And it's what this person wants, but it's almost like with the Five of Cups, like, they feel like it's gone. And, for some of them it might be. Like, can I get another one for this Three of Wands? The Three of Wands. Look. I cannot make this shit up. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, someone is about to make their feelings known. With the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Sun. Give me one for this Ace of Cups, and then we'll grab the guidance and advice, the Ace of Cups. Because it's almost like this is what kept it from this person from achieving what it is that they wanted, holding back. Communication. Can I get one for this Ace of Cups? Look. The Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Like, yeah, like someone having that, like, just reflecting on this connection, whatever it is, like, oh, what's the Eight of Wands? Yeah, they're no longer holding back communication. Like they wanna like, I feel like someone's saying, can we start over? Then we have the Chariot at the bottom. Mm-mm. So let's get the guidance and advice. What's the guidance and advice, Spirit? We have one flip over. Before we even look at it, I already see the Magician at the bottom, which is, it's the divine masculine energy, but it's the energy of, manifesting, of creating, of taking your power back, and the awareness, that comes with it, and moving, like, for some of you as the Nine of Pentacles, like I'm saying, someone, if you're single, this person is becoming aware of you. Like, you hold your own as the Nine of Pentacles. You have everything. And it's almost like this person, like on the traditional Four of Pentacles, there's one pentacle that is guarding this person's heart, and it feels like they're offering it up. It's like they're handing it to you, and that creates the Ten of Pentacles. But they're coming. Look, we got the Chariot twice. They're coming. And let's get one for the guidance and advice. Too many, Spirit. See, and everything, all these cards want to come out in twos. Can I just get one, please, to go with this guidance and advice? Can I just get one? So, Moon is in Scorpio today. We have the Death card, the transformation. Yeah, this person is aware of what needs to change. Whether they decide to make that change, the opposite, like they said earlier in the reading, the time is right. So I don't know, but let's read this. So it says transformation. A time of endings is close at hand. Don't resist the abrupt changes that are suddenly happening in your life. This could be taking place in your personal life, relationships, business, or career. You have the strength, as the transformation card asks you to have courage and to know that renewal follows every conclusion. This card comes forth to remind you that the death of an old way of thinking and believing must occur before you can move forward on your new path. Transformation is all about the ebb and flow of life cycles. Nothing in this life remains motionless. Everything is on its way to somewhere. Accept the changes, and opportunity will come to expand you in more ways than you could have ever imagined. You can't live in the past. It's time to move on. In order to take the next positive step, you should look closely at your own life and ask yourself, are there loose ends that need to be tied up? Are there people in my life whom I need to express myself to? What needs to be completed so that I can have a fresh start? When you do so, you'll have a stronger, more reinforced foundation to carry you through the new beginnings that await you. I don't remember what movie is that from. What movie is that from? Oh my God, it was Dave Chappelle and Blue Street. and it was the part where um Martin was covering his mouth because he was, he was about to tell, but he couldn't. He kept asking him questions, but his Martin had his hand over his mouth, and he was like, answer me, but he couldn't talk because he had his hands over his mouth. So that makes me feel like the communication, and if I'm not mistaken, Dave Chappelle may be a Virgo. So it's almost like, yeah, I feel like this masculine energy, which would be this magician energy, is about to speak something. Yep, the Five of Wands, the end of this conflict. They're seeing that is what needs to change. The end of this Five of Wands. And it could be this person just being at war with themselves, or just ending the conflict that, could possibly be going on around them. Can I get one for the Five of Wands? But it's the end to the struggle, an internal struggle or battle. Or it could, be like literal fighting. Because like I said, like, it makes me feel like this Empress is a person that you don't go to war against. This is someone, like an energy that you go to war with and not against. What's this Five of Wands? It could just, like, it feels like whatever the problem is, whatever that problem is, a person, place, or thing. Yeah, no longer fighting against what it is that they want. And look at this. I can't make this shit up. The Queen of Swords. I love it. I love it. This Queen of Swords is a grounding force for this person. She showed up as all four queens. So she's definitely this Empress. I don't feel like it's all, no. It doesn't even feel like all like different feminine energies. Like, it's like this person wants someone that knows their worth. This feminine energy definitely does. So then it almost makes me want to question, like, why would you go to war against that? So Judgment is out here like, get it together. Like, it's almost like, I almost feel like Ruby Vaughn when she said, are you dumb? Like, because that's what I feel like this Judgment card is saying. Like, why would you have your guards up against this energy? This is someone that, like, I don't know, like, I can't even explain it. And I'm not saying that, like, this feminine energy is perfect, but this is someone who is well put together. Like, again, like, I just feel like the energy, like, this is someone that you don't go to war with this person, this against this person. You go to war with this person. Where's the Queen of Wands? I know she showed, but I don't think she's on the board. Where's she at? She's in between the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So this feminine energy is someone who is very attractive, nurturing, caring, supportive, stable, secure, honest, communicates. Like, what? They're not afraid to be vulnerable. as the Knight of Cups. Like that's what almost makes this person attractive. They're the level of vulnerability that they carry. And with the Ten of Swords, it almost feels like, I almost feel like this feminine looks at this masculine as just like being immature and, you know, like ultimately like hindered them becoming this emperor. Like this person not wanting to change. But there we have it, y'all. I'm gonna leave it there. I definitely, you know, thank all of you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that it resonated for some of you, and if not, it just wasn't your story. I hope everyone has a great week. I will be doing the full moon reading. Well, at least I try to, because I have travel plans this week, so I'll try. If I'm able to, you know, the reading will be out. But if not, yeah, it just is what it is. Like, yeah, because I'll be traveling this week. So, but as always, again, I thank you all for tuning in with me. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right.